Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and I play a lot of PokeMMO, but what I don't do is I don't always follow or read a lot of the PokeMMO forums, which I'm sure a lot of you may do the same. Forums are kind of an archaic, kind of an outdated format, but there's tons of fantastic information and things always being discussed on those forums. So I have the idea of starting a series like this, going through the suggestion box specifically on the forums, but if you guys would like to see more stuff like this, or more content sort of overviewing the forums, so you don't have to wade through all the trash or all the good stuff or whatever, right? Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow the Twitch for streams, everything of the sort. You guys know the drill. All my socials will be linked down in the description down below. But let's go ahead and jump into it. So this is the PokeMMO forums. This is the suggestion box sort of part of it. This will be linked in the description down below, of course. And I'm going to be going through it, essentially showing you guys the best suggestions of the week. They even have it separated really nicely with stuff here with popular questions from the past month. So they actually give you like the top upvoted stuff, which is really cool in my opinion. Some of these are really simple and I'll go through pretty quickly. For example, this one, 8 hatch animation for Shinies only. This is essentially requesting that there'd be a setting within the game that allows you to have that new egg hatching animation that was recently updated, but only have it apply when you get a shiny. That is such a cool idea in my opinion. It really has that aha, like oh crap moment. Like when you finally get that shiny, you'll see the beautiful animation. I feel like it'll feel so rewarding. I am hugely in favor of this. This was the most popular suggestion of this past month, and I think it's an absolutely fantastic one. I would love to see this actually come into play. It should be decently easy, I'd hope. Maybe I'm wrong, but it'd be very, 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 very cool to see. And yeah, I would just absolutely love this. Really simple suggestion, but a perfect one. Next up, we have someone on April 26th talking about a guild/team bank and talking about a way to upgrade teams. This is actually something that I've talked about before, adding something like a guild hall, and this is something that could definitely be in place of it. So he's obviously expanding on that original idea, which is incredible. He goes on to say a common storage system for the team/clan within a permissions system. Like many MMO games, I think the game needs to improve the team system and add clan PvP, shared clan Pokemon money item in a storage system. I will say that I think clan PvP is kind of already an existing factor with team tournaments, but maybe something automated or something more that everybody can kind of participate in freely is definitely an interesting idea. Add upgradable bases for teams. For example, deposit 500 red parts among all members to avoid Pokeball vendor. I don't understand the red parts. I think it's a translation error. I'm not sure what he means by that, but maybe just red Pokeballs or maybe red shards. I'm not sure. Deposit 1,000 seeds to add common berry planting area. I'd be happy with all of these consumables to have a little bit more of a convenient location. I love the idea of this. It's usually a fantastic mechanic to add an item sink in the game, a huge item sink like 1,000 seeds or something like that, to be able to give you a long-term beneficial thing. You could even make that number higher, honestly. In general, I think that mechanics should be added to encourage the collaboration between players to achieve something and give meaning to the teams. Things like the last event. It was great to play during the last event. You entered the global chat and there were a lot of people collaborating to get the tablets and forming teams to pass the sanctuary. I assume for the shaman is what we're talking about. We need things like that to make it meaningful to invite a friend to the game and have common progress, encourage collaborating with other players to get stuff. While I don't think any of this is required, I think you can actually sort of create your own goals through PokeMMO. I think this is still a fantastic suggestion. It's not required, but it's a beneficial, positive change in my opinion. I think things to upgrade or benefit teams is always welcome. I think things like guild team banks or guild team halls is something I'm hugely in favor of. And once again, I really like the fact that he brought up consuming items, adding an item sink into the game for other benefits. I think that's really cool. Now, this is a suggestion from Michelle. Currently, the donor status is wonderful, but I feel like it's lacking something crucial. Recognition. A typical perk of being a supporter is making known to the community in some form of way that you also contribute. While this is only visual, it also serves to gather more supporters. That's a very strong opening statement. I really like that. Below are just a few ideas that could be achieved. Exclusive cosmetic changes. Donor status unlocks the usage of unique cosmetic changes, but only while donor status is active. For example, a few additional eye types or emotes. I think emotes are kind of interesting. That hasn't even been talked about much, but adding emotes in PokeMMO, like a /dance or something. I don't know how that would be animated or how much work that would be, but it's kind of funny. Unique chat overhead tag /prefix, similar to CM. I don't know how I feel about this. I do think this is kind of it would clog up chat so much. I feel like when you see a little CM prefix in chat, you know immediately like, oh, like this is like, oh, you know, this is a moderator, this is like someone who works for the game. I really should like, you know, be on my toes and like be respectful, you know, yada yada. I feel like if like every donator status person had that, it's kind of too much, but that's just my, I don't know, personal opinion. Unique overhead name color, give players, once again, I think this is too colorful. They do say though, nothing too jarring, just a near white yellow. So like this, they know what they're talking about. They're being very thoughtful with their suggestions, which I super respect. Players with donor status can save/change outfits on the fly, allowing for some unique interactions and nice quality of life rewards for supporters. These are some ideas. Yeah, I think the overall premise, the overall request of this, I super agree with. I think giving some sort of really small way to denote that they are donators is especially beneficial to hopefully garner more supporters. I think that's like really the best argument. I think it's a great opening statement. Now, I don't know if I love any of the options being presented. I don't have a great alternative. So once again, I'd have to give this more thought to properly like actually think of a way to execute this goal. But this is a fantastic suggestion. I do really like it. All right, this is actually a really interesting one, and I actually have a video coming out soon-ish talking about PvP rewards and how we can adjust them. And this player brings it up, and I think it's definitely something that needs to be discussed. This is gonna be a little bit of a translation kind of hurdle here, but I'll try my best. It's a very good mechanism to offer the player a semi-comp Pokemon with nice IVs, selected nature, selected A moves, but what's the value of such a Pokemon if it's untradeable? It's true it shouldn't be breedable because obviously this will affect the breeding mechanism. My idea here is about making the rewarded Pokemon useful when we don't need it anymore in PvP or when we get the same competitive Pokemon with perfect IVs. So like, you know, let's say you win a PvP reward Pokemon, it's 2 times 31, you know, 25 plus and a lot of stats. What if you want to upgrade to a 6 times 31? Now you just have that PvP Pokemon sitting in your boxes forever. You can't sell it, you can't breed it, you just have to release it. Or like, you know, that's a really awkward situation that I've been in where like I will no longer like. There are many times where like I won't want to grind PvP because the reward Pokemon is a Pokemon that I already have a competitive version of, which is a really sad demotivator since that's the main reward. The fact that that's the main reward, like there has to be some other way to reward your PvP players. Continuing on with his point, which is I agree with his point heavily. Okay. This way, we will never need this rewarded 1200 points Pokemon. What if we do something like that guy who trades you prismatic pearls for shinies? This can help us free the box space from unuseful or unused Pokemon and not touch the breeding system, better than releasing it and being wasted in vain. I really like the premise here. It's tough whether they should just be like, there should be a whole new NPC. Maybe we can just straight up trade them to that guy who does prismatic pearls, but I don't know how you would do that. It's a tough thing. I wish there was some way. He's right though. There has to be some way to be able to consume these Pokemon or trade these Pokemon for alternative reward if we already have those Pokemon, or just rehauling the PvP reward system in general. I really like that they give you untradeable, unbreedable. I think they should remain untradeable. I think that is fine. I don't think you should. They're like that would mess up once. That would still hurt the economy. It would still hurt breeding. I think the PvP rewards that you get from PvP should be untradeable and should be unbreedable. But maybe if there was some way to consume them for something else, that would be a really good benefit. Or maybe once you got to that point level, let's say once you got to 1200 points, you were able to either select the PvP Pokemon for that week or just select like a huge like BP bonus or some sort of extra reward. That's just my thoughts. It's a really good premise though, something that definitely needs to be addressed at some point. All right, I have not read this one yet. This is posted 30 minutes ago. It has 0 votes and 0 answers. Tag for content creators. I'm excited for this one. I wonder why. As stated in the title, they can turn the tag into a link to the content creators' Twitch/YouTube. That's very nice. A tag with a similar function for modders. Modders can link their mods to the PokeMMO forums, so to help promote the content creators in-game /mods on the forums, expose people in-game to mods/creators. That's really interesting. The tough way is like how to do this. I don't know if I want this in-game. Like, as a content creator, I don't know if I want someone to be able to, like, click on my name in-game and have it be, like, a hyperlink to my thing. I'm very neutral on that. I'm not for or against it. I just don't want it to be spammy. I also don't want it to be like, oh, like, let's say you're like an up and coming content creator. I don't want your best way of advertising yourself to be like spam talking in global chat. That's kind of weird. But at the same time, because like, you could just like type and be like annoying or like spam or whatever, right? At the same time, I do like the idea of there being some in-game way to promote content creators. There's a lot of incredible smaller, quote unquote smaller content creators for PokeMMO right now that I try to call out all the time. I make tons of community posts. I've made many videos like specifically because there's people making better content than me. I promise you. There are people making like better videos than I do. Sometimes I make daily videos and I think I do a great job at that. I think I am really proud of that. But there are people who make higher quality videos than me. I can't always keep up with the quality level that certain people will do because of my daily schedule, right? Which I'm okay with and I'm happy with and I love my schedule and everything. But a lot of people make really good content that gets super underrated. I always try to call them out. Green Cat Kid is my favorite streamer right now. AFC at Dono is like the best PvP PokeMMO content creator. I always call it Gixmergen. Rumel's doing awesome stuff. Barrels makes incredible PokeMMO memes. I try to call people out all the time. PokeMMO Investments is incredible. So many great options right now that are like really up and coming, and I really hope they stay at it, and I hope if you're a content creator, listening to me, and I appreciate you guys, and I hope you stick at it, and I will try to promote all the content creators that are really deserving of it. And I think it's most of them are, I think it's really incredible the effort and work they put into such a niche, small-ish community, but we are a very passionate, very caring community in PokeMMO, and I think it's something that a lot of people just really love and put a lot of time into, and when people put a lot of time into something, it should be really respected. But anyways, I'm rambling off a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I think it is pretty interesting. I think going through forum stuff like this is pretty fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to like the video if you did. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO content. Make sure to follow the streams on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord link is down below for updates on all my content. And if you want to go above and beyond and support me, $5 a month for YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo really do help out the most. All of those donations really do allow me to stay full time and allow me to try to make the best PokeMMO content every single day and do my best for you guys. I'm gonna peace out. Have a great day. I'll see you guys. Peace. Hey, thanks so much for watching the entire video. I really appreciate that, and if your name is on this list, I appreciate you even more. Thank you to everyone who goes above and beyond and supports my channel and allows me to make content full time. I couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day.